Hello everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today's video is Cryptid Dinosaurs by me, Tyler Talks to You. The Kasai Rex is supposedly a living theropod dinosaur in the Democratic Republic of Congo, or possibly a large monitor lizard, because at the time it was sighted, people really couldn't tell a T-Rex from a monitor lizard because they didn't know what the T-Rex looked like. They didn't live out there either, so it might have been a Giganotosaurus, I believe. If you think different, leave in the comments below. It reportedly ate rhinos and had red and black markings. Wow. So it was done up like a hot rod. Or as the orcs would say, it's red so it goes faster. But it was pretty fast and exciting. Again, I'll leave a link in the description so you can read the story to yourself. The Boar Jaw is supposedly a living T-Rex in Australia. Possibly a megalania, because it's known for its attacks, grunting noises, and removing dismembering cattle. We don't have a live one, or a dead one, so this going by the trail of destruction it leaves in its wake. And I think that the Boar Jaw is an interesting dinosaur. It was one of the things that got me into living dinosaurs and cryptids and stuff, was this, because they said that it grunted. They never claimed that it roared. And I thought, that's kind of neat, because now we know T-Rex didn't roar. It made, like, noises and stuff like a sperm whale can. It's just weird. But yeah, pretty cool. The Iowa Dragons. Okay, I'm going to get this one out of the way. This one's kind of weird. There are a bunch of dragons that went to Iowa for some reason. It's like, I saw her land in the cornfield. It's like, there's all sorts of weird stuff in this world, but we don't have fossils for this. Like, it's just weird, man. And apparently they don't go for people, at least not the stories I read, so that's a great thing. I would say it's a giant bat or pterosaur, but it's reported very clearly with scales and a tail. So apparently they got dragons in Iowa, not much else, but yeah, there you go. The Mokele Mbimbi is supposedly a living sauropod dinosaur from the Congo. Everyone knows this one. There's books and stuff. I read little books. I read books when I was a little kid. Like they make science fiction stories with this thing. It's in pop culture. It's like about like Bigfoot. Everybody knows about this one. But yeah, it's a large nocturnal and brown, and it comes out of the water at night, and then it beats up anything that comes in its waterway and eats its plants. The Melanatuka. I don't know if I'm pronounced that correctly. If you have a better pronunciation, leave it in the comments. I don't know how you're going to do that, but give it a go. But yeah, I think that this one looks like one of those dinosaurs that will fight Ultraman. I'll be completely honest with you. This one don't look that reliable. But a Strachiosaurus with a reduced frill would be kind of interesting to look at. That could be something that can navigate through the jungle better without getting its face caught. You know, like the fact that the Irish elk is no longer around. Because like the pre-flood deer, because his antlers would be too big for it to walk through the woods. But Moose Man's just fine, so who could say? And this is the baloney monster. I'm kidding. It's Banioles. I haven't heard this pronounced out loud. I am the guy who read palm olive as palm olive once. So yeah, this is this is a dragon from legend a long time ago in a place in Spain. A guy came up and was like, "Yeah, I trained it to eat grass. Ain't gonna hurt nobody anymore." So in my mind, it means that whatever's causing the problem wasn't the beast, and it was already eating plants, and the guy just wanted to take credit and look important. Because you know good and well there's people who do stuff like that. But yeah, it said it had spikes on its back, and it swam in the water, and it ate plants. So I'm like, maybe it's one of those crocodilomorphs. I think it's what you call it. I could be wrong. But yeah, there's a bunch of crocodile cousins that are no longer around anymore. There used to be some that would eat plants. Maybe this is one of those that got left behind. Just a thought. This is the Behir. It's a giant snake from Scottish folklore. It sounds like they just merged all the most dangerous snakes in the world into one creature. Because it's like, they say it lived in the water, which makes sense because, again, giant anacondas, they would be in the water to reduce their weight. They swim all the time. So if it was a giant snake over 20 feet long, it being in the water makes sense. Just my opinion. Then there's Cassie, like Nessie, but it's from Maine. And it's very big and very fast for some reason. There's going to be a lot of these. There's a lot of sea serpents. And there's the Cadborosaurus. This one's the most funny looking of them because it's British. I mean, it's British. And but yeah, this one supposedly has like a camel-like face or a horse-like face. It gives like it's like a water horse looking thing. It's a seahorse. But yeah, I think it's a pretty interesting thing that that's seen there. That's two of them. There's more variations of them, but we'll get those in a little bit. The behemoth. I've done this one to pieces, to the point y'all probably tired of hearing about it. If you look in the last little bit of the book of Job, the last couple chapters, it talks about, well, the last part of the Bible is God answering Job and fussing at him. It's like, you didn't have to build anything I had to do. I know more than you. And one of the things is like, you see this thing, I can beat it up in a fist fight. And then it did this. And then the next guy, the Leviathan, only God could beat him up too. So it's like, don't go do that. So don't, like, if you're afraid of them, are you afraid of me? Like, you wouldn't talk trash to a T-Rex or to, you know, or to Godzilla. Like, why do you talk to God like that? It makes you wonder. Anyway, Migo. Amigo. Anyways, a lake monster from Papua New Guinea. You know, I've heard about that place my whole life, but I don't think I could ever point it out on a map. Anyway, it has been seen a lot by the Japanese for some reason. It looks like Caddy, but with a meaner face. It said it had like barracuda-like tusk in the thing I was reading. But yeah, it ate wild pigs and water vegetation, so I guess it's omnivorous, which is weird. Maybe it's like a dog gets sick because it eats grass. But yeah, the locals call it Rui. It could be a saltwater crocodile because those things get pretty big, and I'm going to guarantee you we do not have the biggest one on record. They're never going to find the biggest one out there because it would be too smart. It got that big for a reason. This is the Dahag. This is a mythological dragon with 3 heads, bad attitude. It makes me think of like at the end of the book of Revelation, it talks about the dragon being released. The legend I was reading for this sounded kind of like that. Like it's like a bad dragon is going to come out and mess everything up at the end of the world. But yeah, angry 3-headed dragon, so it made me think of King Ghidorah, so I had to post this picture in this video. So there. And it's a Manipogo. It's a lake monster from Canada, where all monsters are from. I'm picking. Between 10 to 50 feet long. I think that's a big variation in what it is, but no matter how you look at it, it's huge. And it had like a sheep-like head, apparently. It had a funny-shaped head. There's the Ogopogo. Again, it's another sea serpent, about 50 feet long, from Okanagan, Canada. See, all the sea monsters live in Canada, so you're safe on land. All you have to do is worry about the people. But yeah, it has the coolest name. It's the same forwards and backwards. The Ogopogo. Then there's the Malambo. Yeah, let's go with that. It's a South African lake monster, like the Ruri. It's like that but smaller. It's 10 feet long and eats brains to the face. So yeah, there's that. And there's the Dobhar Chew. Again, it's one of those things I've read. I've never heard it pronounced out loud, so don't crucify me in the comments. But yeah, it's a lake monster from Ireland. Oh no. To me, it sounds more like an otter because it said it attacks in pairs, and otters are very social creatures, and they're slick. So if you get one to be about the size of, if you get like a bunch of them the size of cars, I think they'd be very dangerous predators. Very intelligent and dangerous predators. Let me re-say it like that. Because otters are smart enough to use tools. They're very smart. But yeah, if you get some size of a car and they don't like you, that's a good horror movie. And there's the Morag. It's from Loch Morar, Scotland. It's the Loch Ness Monster, but in a different loch. That's about it. 20, 30 feet long. Ooga booga. And here's this one, the Crosswick Monster. This is the weirdest one we're going to cover today. This video I have written, I can't say it any better than this. It's from Crosswick, Ohio, USA. It's found in the best country in the world. A 40-foot snake with legs tried to catch some children in the town, tried to beat it up for it, but it ran away. It's most likely fictitious, but the proof that dinosaurs and dragons are part of cultures from all over the world. No matter where you go, be it Ireland, Scotland, Be it South Africa, be it the Democratic Republic of Congo, be it America, be it Papua New Guinea, wherever you go, there's some kind of lake monster or dinosaur walking around in the myths and legends. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, there are many more sea and lake monsters, but I got bored. There's so many of them. Reports of dinosaur cryptids can be found the world over and in all cultures. This is why draconic monsters like Godzilla are universal. Pun intended. Almost like these things were present for our ancestors to see. I think a biblical model of dinosaurs on the ark isn't so silly. If these things are still reported, not all of these are probably real, but if one is, it doesn't hurt my worldview. Because dinosaurs being made by God is a big thing. Let's go to the next slide. Because it says, in the beginning is when God made heaven and earth. That's Genesis 1:1. It says, if the beginning of the Bible is doubted, the rest will be as well. God is creator. If you don't believe God made people and animals like the dinosaurs, how you can believe the rest of the book? Because that's kind of important. It's like you're made in God's image. That's another thing too. It's like if you don't believe God made animals, then are people just animals? Are we any better than animals? Because the Bible says we're different than them. We're supposed to hold ourselves to a higher standard, and we don't. We're fallen. That's another thing it talks about. We always try to define good and evil in our own eyes and not the way God has it. So we need a Savior. And Jesus was part of the creation, so he was there and saw the whole thing, and only he could save us being fallen. The following scriptures below there would talk about all that. Just read the book of John. It's a real good book. But yeah, there's so much to do, so much to learn. But I want you to know that all those dinosaurs and everything, they may be cool, but I want you to know you're even cooler. You're made in the image of God and you matter. You could do more amazing things than a T-Rex ever could. And I want you to know that your eternity matters as much too. And if you want to be a Christian, you can believe in dinosaurs still being around. Even though I don't think all of them still are. I think probably some of these stories and sightings ended a while back ago. I still think at one point they were still around. Because they were sighted everywhere across different people groups. They didn't talk to each other. And I think that's a pretty neat idea. So, what now? Well, if the Bible is true, you should follow it. Because, again, if a living dinosaur was ever found, it would not hurt my worldview. And I think that people report this stuff all over the world and a bunch of other stuff all over the world. I think that we need a God to protect us from a bunch of stuff that are scarier than a T-Rex walking around. Most of the time, it's crazy people. But the Bible's true. I think we should follow it. So what on earth are you doing for heaven's sake? What are you doing to grow the kingdom of heaven here on earth? Because I think that you can go out and do something, nothing else. Go tell someone good morning tomorrow morning when you wake up. Or say I love you. Or go help an old person lift something heavy. I believe in you. You can do great things. That's all I got to say about this. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making this. This is a little weird, but I was going to try and make a little bit of a longer video. And that's all. Hope you have a nice day. God bless you, friend, and goodbye.